Hi everybody, I'm back. And today I'm going to show you all how to make Jamaican beef patties. Yes, we're making Jamaican beef patties today at the Young's house. Here's what you'll need. You will need 2 pounds of hamburger. You will need 1 small onion chopped. You will need ketchup, ground allspice, and you can use Jamaican allspice if you like. You will need curry powder, garlic powder, turmeric, and you will need beef bouillon. You will need breadcrumbs, green onions, and you will need a habanero pepper. If you cannot take the heat from the habanero pepper, don't worry guys, honestly, you do not have to use this, okay? And if you wanted to replace it with something that's milder, you can just use a jalapeno. Absolutely you can. But be very careful with these. You want to wash your hands after you cut these because these will make your eyes burn for days, okay? Like I said, don't worry about this. If you don't like the heat, you don't have to use it. But is Gina Young going to make the dough for the Jamaican beef patties? Absolutely not. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to use my famous empanada dough. Okay? I love using the empanada dough. You have seen me make chorizo empanadas in the past, and you all have seen me make apple pies using fried apple pies using this empanada dough. So this is what we're going to use to create our Jamaican beef patties. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use them. So, the first thing that we need to do is over here I have a pan and it's heating up on a medium-high heat, and I have just a little bit of olive oil in the pan. We're going to go ahead and grab some of our beautiful onions that we have here, and let's go ahead and get that onion and the beef, the ground beef, into our pan. If you wanted to use chorizo, if you wanted to use ground lamb, ground turkey, whatever ground meat that you would like to use, you absolutely can, use another ground meat if you don't want to use the ground beef. So let's come over here. We're going to go ahead and cook. Let's fix my camera, guys. We're going to cook our ground beef and our onions together. One thing that you want to do is, once you get it in the pan, go ahead and chop it up just like so, to where you can have nice small pieces, because when you think of Jamaican beef patty, you do not want to have huge pieces, okay? Because we're not making meatballs here, all right? You want your inside filling to be nice and smooth, small pieces of meat. So this will start browning up, okay? So while we wait on this to start browning up, let's go ahead and start cutting our green onions. I hope you all are having a great day today. Tonight I'm going to be going live at 8 o'clock. I don't know if this video is going to post before that, because sometimes it takes hours for my videos to post and get edited. And today I also did a video for the beef ribs. If you haven't seen the video for the beef ribs, check it out, because those ribs were, oh my goodness, those ribs were absolutely amazing. Let's go in. I've cut the part off that usually hangs here, and we're just going to chop it up just like so. Not too big of pieces, but not too thin. Okay, we're going to use some of the whites, and this is going to get cooked as well. But we're going to cook this. I'm going to cut this part off. But we're going to cook this towards the end of the cooking process so that they don't get too mushy. Okay, but we'll go ahead and cut them now. So you're using some of the whites, and then we'll use some of the darker parts as well. Now the reason why I have the turmeric out. The turmeric, when they make their patty dough, what they do is they put turmeric in the dough, and it gives the dough a turmeric flavor, and it also gives it a nice, beautiful, bright yellow color. But since I'm not making the dough and I'm using empanada dough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of turmeric in my beef. And that there will give such a beautiful color, and it'll give us that taste that would have been in your homemade dough if you were to make that dough. All right, so let's just set the green onions aside, and let's go in, and you want to cut the tip of this off, okay? Look at that bad boy. My goodness, those Jamaicans, they love the heat. You hear me? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to cut around these seeds, because you know those veins that's in here and the seeds, they are absolutely extremely hot. So I'm going to cut around it. I'm not even going to use it. Okay? That's about all my family can stand right there. This right here, I can't use that. That's too hot. That'll burn my booty. Woo-wee! I don't want no burnt booties in this house, guys. So, we use a little bit, and then make sure that you wash and sterilize your cutting board, okay? And make sure you wash your hands and do not touch your face, okay? If your nose itches or if your eyes are bothering you, don't go towards them. Not with your fingers right now, because you will burn the daylights out of your face. Okay, and make sure that these pieces are nice and fine. Okay, because you don't want anyone to have to bite down into these pieces and then you see them jump for joy. If you see somebody jump for joy when they're eating your Jamaican beef patties, you know why they're jumping. Because they got a big piece of habanero. Okay? But here's the thing. Sounds funny, but I'm so serious. So cut them small, okay? And don't use too much. If you feel like your family can only use just about that much right there, then that's all you need, okay? So I'm just going to set this aside. I'm going to put the video on pause, and I'm going to wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, let's go ahead and start seasoning up our beautiful beef and onions. All right, and like I said, when you get a chance or when your meat gets a little bit softer, go in and make it nice and small pieces, okay? Just push down on it, just like so, and it'll chop up. Let's go in with some beef bouillon. Okay, here's what it looks like. It's kind of like my Maggi pollo that you all see me using. This is made by Maggi. That beef bouillon gives off the best flavor. You hear me? Absolutely, it does. Okay, we're going to go in with some curry powder. Those of you that love curry, you will absolutely love this in with the beef. It gives such a beautiful flavor. It really does. Okay, start off with a little bit if you're unsure of the flavor. And then you taste it. If you feel like it needs a little bit more, then hey, you put you some more in there, okay? Hey, no worries when you're in this kitchen. When you're making any of my recipe, no worries. Everything that I make in this kitchen is so simple, so much fun, and yet it tastes so good. Do you hear me? Okay, so the turmeric, like I said, the turmeric would normally be put into the dough that they make homemade. I'm going to put some of the turmeric in with my beef, since I'm not making the dough. I love that empanada dough, and I stand on it. Boy, I love it. I use it for everything. And are these going to be Jamaican beef patties? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Look at this, guys. Put you some allspice in there. Like I said, feel free if you have some Jamaican allspice, put you some in there. Okay, and now let's stir these beautiful spices up. This right here is such a lovely, beautiful spice blend that we just put in there. We have that turmeric, that beef bouillon, that curry powder, the garlic powder, and the allspice. Those together, woo-wee! Now, what I'll do is I'll taste this, and I'm going to see if I feel like I need some sea salt. But I'll give it a taste once it browns up. And then if I need some sea salt, I'll put some in, okay? No problem there. And one thing you're going to make sure that you do is drain that oil. Drain that oil. You don't want to digest that oil. And plus, we don't want a runny sauce. We want a nice, thick meat sauce that we can put inside of that dough. And we're going to bake these bad boys. Now, one thing you can do, you can fry them if you wanted to. But when I think Jamaican beef patties, I think about putting them in the oven with a nice egg wash on top and getting them nice and glossy. Absolutely, I do. So let's let this get nice and golden brown, and then I'll be back. Okay, everyone, I've tasted my meat to see if it needed some sea salt, and it didn't need any sea salt. And the reason why it didn't need that is because that bouillon, that beef bouillon, has salt in it, and it seasoned it just perfectly. And I felt like I needed a little bit more curry powder and a little bit more turmeric, and I put some black pepper in as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to taste one more piece of beef and see if I'm happy with the flavor. If I'm happy with that flavor, then we're going to go ahead and drain this and continue with our recipe. Oh, oh yes, yeah, baby. Just what I'm looking for. It's beautiful. So now here's what we need to do. I said I was going to drain it, but not before. We have to cook those habanero, the green onion. Get it right on in there. And let's get that warmed up as well. Okay. Put my cutting board aside. Put these in. Get that nice and incorporated just like so. Now remember, don't you dare worry for 1 second if you can't eat anything hot. It's okay, don't put it in there and it'll still be delicious, I promise you. Or if you just want a little bit of heat, put you some red pepper flakes in. Okay? Just like this. We're gonna let this simmer so those green onions and that habanero can cook for just around about 5 minutes. And then we'll go ahead and drain it. Let's take a close-up and look at everything. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, it is beautiful, and it tastes so good. This doesn't taste like just any old hamburger meat, guys. This is so flavorful. Those spices together are absolutely amazing. And I see why they use the spices that they use. Beautiful flavor. Let these cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then we'll drain. Okay, everyone, I've drained everything just beautifully. There's absolutely no oil in our meat. Me and my husband just tasted this, guys, and it is so good. You hear me? Like, you could eat this just like this over white rice and be happy. This right here. We're going to put some ketchup in here, okay? How come? Because they always put ketchup in it, okay? So we're going to start off with just about that much, and I think that's all we're going to need here, because you don't need a lot. You just want a little bit because it gives it a different flavor. But it's good. It's good in there. Okay, and then we're going to go in with some seasoned panko breadcrumbs. Any kind of breadcrumbs you have would do. Okay, and what the breadcrumbs does is it actually thickens up your patty meat. All right? So that it doesn't make your dough soggy. And like I said, it gives this some nice body and thickens it up a little bit. Okay, start off with just a little bit. But how much? Oh, you saw how much I put in. Just put you some in and don't worry about it. Don't stress out about it. Okay? Just enough to thicken everything up. All right? I think I might need just a little another shake more. And we're set. Then I'm going to give this another taste with that ketchup and breadcrumbs in here. Okay? That right there should be good enough. Beautiful. Oh yeah, this is it. That's all the breadcrumbs you need. Beautiful. You don't need to cook it any longer. You can actually let it sit and cool down a little bit before we start to prep our dough. And all that you need when you bring your dough out of the refrigerator is you're going to need a little bit of water to dip your fingers in, and then you're going to go around the edge of the dough so that when we fold it over, it'll stick to itself, okay? Let me give this a taste, guys. Oh, I'm so serious. This is amazing. You hear me? Look at that. Taste that, guys. Let me know what you think. Oh, mommy, it's so good. Take it off the stove, guys. Let it sit right there. Let it cool down for a minute. Meanwhile, we'll get our empanada dough out. We'll grab a cutting board out. And then we'll start to make our patties. And then we'll throw these bad boys in the oven. Be back, everyone. Okay, everybody. Let me show you how Gina Young makes Jamaican beef patties. This here is 3 egg yolks only. Not the whites, just the egg yolks only. And just a drizzle of a little bit of cold water, okay? And we're going to use this and brush it on the top. Give it a nice, beautiful golden glaze. Okay, so these empanada doughs are individually separated by this paper here. And you can see that I put a little bit of flour on my board. That's because I don't want it to stick. Is the flour going to do anything wrong to this? No, don't worry about that. Okay? And if it has extra flour on it, we can just dust it off. No problem there, okay? Let me grab a little tiny bowl. And in our bowl, we're going to put some cold water because we're going to need to seal our dough up with cold water. All right? I'm just using this bowl here, and I'll set it right there. So, you grab you some meat mixture. And you can see how it's nice and it sticks together a little bit by putting the breadcrumbs. Hold on, guys. I need to bring the meat a little bit closer so I don't have to reach all the way over there. So it's right beside me, all right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab some and put you a nice amount in there, guys. Don't be afraid to fill this thing, okay? Oh, that meat is so delicious. You hear me? Don't be afraid to fill it because this dough stretches, okay? And it'll stretch around the amount that you put in there. One thing that you don't want to do is break this open and you have a little bit of meat at the bottom and the rest is hollow. That's why I say put you some in there. Don't be afraid. Wet your fingers just like I'm doing right now. And one side of the dough, you're going to need to get it nice and wet. Okay? Just like this, baby. It's so easy. All right. Then you pick it up. All right, check me out, guys. And then you stretch that dough out, push the meat in. You all can see me? Push the meat down and stretch your dough up over the meat mixture, and then you close it together. See that? It's so simple. It really is, okay? Once you got it nice and sealed, we're just gonna see how it's sealed. Then we're gonna go in with a fork and we're gonna make sure this bad boy is sealed, okay? Watch this. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees because that's what we're gonna bake on. Go in with your fork and push your fork back as far as you can feel that meat, okay? And all we're doing is assuring ourselves that this is nice and sealed. See that? Nothing hard about anything I make in this kitchen, guys. This is my version. No, I'm not Jamaican, but I love me some Jamaicans and I love their food. Absolutely, I do. And this is just my version. Okay? This right here, baby, make you some. You better make you some. All right? Look at this. Beautifully, you can dust that extra flour off with no problem. Just dust it off. That extra flour is not going to hurt you. See that? Jamaican beef patty 101, guys. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you all how to do one more. All right? And then I'll do the others off camera, and then I'll come back and show you when I put them in the oven how to baste them with the egg. I'm going in with my water already, guys. And then we'll cook these, and they don't take long to cook. Remember, the inside of your filling is already cooked now. All right? And that dough doesn't take hardly any time to cook. But what I will do is I'll let you know exactly how long it took to get these empanada doughs nice and golden brown. Get your filling in there just like so. You might need to re-wet your dough like I'm going to do right now, just to make sure. Pick it up, push your meat down with your thumb, pull the dough up over your beautiful mixture, and you have one beautiful Jamaican beef patty. Whoo-wee, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Guys, God is so good. God is so good. Look at this. Whoo-wee! Oh yeah. See. Now I'm getting excited. Okay, go in with your fork, and don't do the very tip of the edge. Like I said, bring your fork all the way in until you can feel that meat. Okay, and that'll prevent you from having that hollow part that I was speaking about. If you feel like you need to go in and push the fork in one more time, just like this, then do it again. It's okay. Okay? All right, I'm going to make the others. I'll probably make 5 or 6. I'll come back. We'll get these in the oven, and I'm going to show you all what my Jamaican patties look like. Dust that extra dough. Dust that extra flour off. This is what we have, guys. I'll be right back after I make the others. Okay, everyone, let's go ahead. Make sure you mix up your egg yolks and water. Remember, egg yolks only. You don't want that white part of the egg, because it just clumps up onto your product. Okay? Use a brush. If you don't have a brush, just use a soft spatula. Okay? Or you can dip your fingers in the egg wash and just brush it just ever so gently. Okay? Just like this. Make it nice and beautiful. Take your time, guys. Take your time. If you want something to look beautiful, take your time. Patience is the key to good cooking. I always like to say it because it's so true, and I really mean it. I'm so serious. I have a little bit too much egg on that one, so I'm going to take a paper towel. I'm going to kind of sop it up a little bit, okay? Because I don't want baked egg underneath my beautiful patty. So then we'll just go in and take that extra egg off and wipe that up right there. No problem. There's always a solution to a problem, or an answer to a problem. See that? Beautiful. There you go, baby. Okay, let's get these others done, and then they go in the oven, 350 degrees, and I will let you know exactly how long these took to bake and get nice and beautiful and golden. Okay, I'm going to finish these others, and then we'll get them in the oven. Okay, in the oven we go, beautiful babies. Get in that oven and get a nice golden brown suntan for me, and I'll see you when they get out. Okay, everybody, check them out. Check them out, guys. Jamaican beef patty made Gina Young's way. As soon as one of these cools down, we're going to take them off of this. Let me show you. But it's hot. Ooh-wee! It's hot right now. I'm going to let it cool down. Look at that. Let it cool down so I can at least bite down into it. I'll be right back, everyone. Now, these cooked for exactly 12 minutes. 12 minutes was all you needed on 355 degrees. Now, your oven might be different because oven temperatures may vary. Give this a try, guys, if you never had this before. Okay, everyone, let's take one of these and let's totally dig in. Let's grab, how about this one right here? Look how nice and golden brown it gets at the bottom. Nice and crispy on the outside, beautiful and soft in the inside, and so flavorful inside. This here, you could pack this in your lunchbox to go. It'll be the perfect lunch for you. Look at this. Look, I'm so proud of myself, guys. Look at this. Let's cut down into this bad boy. And then I got to run and get off of here because I'm doing a live session, okay? I'm doing a YouTube live session at 8 o'clock, and that's here in just a few minutes. But I want you all to give this a taste and let me know what you think. Jamaican beef patties 101. Look at this, guys. Make you some. Give this a try. If you all enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click on that notification bell. I love you all. Thank you all for watching. Give this a taste and then I'm going to get off of here so I can start my live chat. I love you all. Good night. Look at this. Taste a bite right there. Taste that bite. Let me know what you think, guys. Jamaican Patties 101, guys. Gina Young style. God bless.